All right, so I am currently live. I'm getting some things going. There's a TikTok challenge right now. I think if I get like a rose, I sing like a part of a song. Um, Trying to think of an appropriate song, but you know what? I'll get something going. All right, I'm gonna do a quick build. Now, listen, I'm not gonna be on here for very, very long. I ask that whatever you do for chat in the chat box, if you're on my live stream on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, you keep it, family friendly. If you're up here, keep it family friendly. But I figured I would do some builds. So I was going through backlog and I found I had these sets from Dollar Tree, right? So I'm gonna hold up there for TikTok, so you got it there. It's like a construction set and a truck set. I mean, very simple stuff. One's $5, one's $1.25, because nothing is $1 anymore. But I was like, you know what? Let's build some of these. Let's check it out. And my theory is that if we have the truck, which is it's actually called large vehicle set with figure. It doesn't even say what it is, but it's like a monster truck, right? My theory is that this truck would house the cement mixer in the back. And I want to see if that's the case. I want to see if it happens. All right? So, let's get on with it. We're going to not start with this one first. Instead, we're going to start with the little construction set here. Oh, it's already open. Okay. Yeah, they do not tape all their bags, do they? Okay. So, Dollar Tree sets, if you got them, they're okay. They're not the greatest thing in the world. But we built on like my channel on YouTube, we built like the zombies, the graveyards, things like that. So we've gotten some things before in the past. So it's like we wanna we wanna stick with it, see how things go on. Doesn't like any stickers this time. So here we go. I might have to bring these up to my face just because they're kind of small. But we only have, what's that, 9 steps for it. Now, I originally got this because it was going to be a joke to my wife because she has this weird, like, obsession with cement trucks. Take that however you want to take it, okay? But she loves cement trucks. And it's like we'd see cement trucks, like, oh, hey. But this is a cement truck. It's just a cement mixer, right? So it's one of those things that we're kind of like, all right, we're gonna put this together, see how it works out, and then we'll go. I decided not to give it to her because it's like, she doesn't want a cement mixer. She wants a cement truck. All right, so here we go. We got one. Looks like we got these 2 pieces that peg on the bottom. 1 and 2. We got 2 of these claws. Let's see, 1, 2. 1 of these, 1 by 1, and then the bottom portion of the hinge piece, right? All right, so we're gonna put the hinge on there. Uh-oh, I missed a claw here. There's 2 different claws. There's a vertical, an inverted, and a regular. So we're looking for the regular claws. Hey, I see Travis here. I got some other friends here. That's a lot better. Oh, are you talking about the live feed on YouTube? I changed some things around. I'm hoping the camera holds out on my YouTube side. I found out the last show it actually pooped out about case I might have to get rid of like the booklet cam. So depending, if you're on Twitch, you're seeing a lot different thing than what's on YouTube. Or sorry, if you're on TikTok, you're seeing a lot different thing than what's on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So, and I still haven't got Instagram up and going for the live stream, but eventually we'll get there. Maybe one day. Alright, so it looks like we're going to stack 1, stack 2. I'm going to put this over here. And we got 1, 2, and then one of these over here, and then two of these little lightsaber looking things over here. So one and two. I figured we would have them. Hopefully we'd have them all. So yeah, I see you're on TikTok. So my good my Ghostbuster buddy Travis is here on TikTok with us. And hopefully you're doing a lot better today. He was not feeling very well yesterday. So we got one, got two, and then, ooh, I'm going to put these on the sides. Now, what I find weird about this is that these are using like the little backpack peg things that you could put over it, but we're actually putting them over the top of pegs to hold down, but they keep wanting to pop off. So I'm going to do a trick here. What you can do is you can take another brick, put it on top, and that'll press that into the stud roof or the stud to keep it from popping off. Okay, here we go. All right, now we've got one brick, and then a little pistol looking thing, and that's gonna go right in here. And they're using this pistol as a handle. I think it's kind of cool. Well, I like the little pistols anyways. It's going to order a whole boatload of them one day. This is going to go here on the side. Yeah, Amazon had a bunch of them because I was wanting to make a bunch of extra like little, what is it, cowboys. So it's like hats and pistols. But then I was like, I don't have enough printed pieces of like coats and things like that in order to do that. All right, and then looks like everything else is right here. So we got, this is the main part for our mixer. We've got this, and this. So it looks like they have it where it goes on the top, right? So we're gonna click into place. Oh, I just cannot get that one to line up, can I? There we go. There. That'd have to go there. Yep. And then this goes on the top. So, kind of weird. So let's turn that over. No, that's right. That's weird. The way that they got that direction set, that's a little awkward. Very awkward. Hey, Eric. Eric's on there too. How you doing, brother? How'd the game go? Did you guys win? I hope so. Eric is also in our North Texas Ghostbusters group. We are getting ramped up and ready because we have a 31 days of Halloween coming up. So we'll be doing a whole bunch of Halloween stuff with the city of Denton, conventions and other things that we do. A lot of charity work. Okay, so it looks like I got to turn these arms this way. Put this bar across. And then it looks like we're finishing up the last little bit. So these are going to go here. And that's going to snap onto there. And we're going to pop wheels on. Oh, you know what? I'm going to pop these back because I have noticed something. Is that where they initially told me to put it, it does not work. So we're going to pop wheels on. And then we've got our shovel here that has no place to snap onto. Okay. So let's take a look at it. All right. So we've got essentially this thing here, and it has an area where you can tilt it forward so it's like it's pushing it out. And then I guess you've got this as like a I'm not sure what that is. It's interesting. It looks cool. It looks the part, but at the same time, it feels like it's. I don't know. I don't know enough about cement making. So, and Eric, I know that you do electricity and construction, so you might know a little bit more about it than I do. But I don't know enough about, like, I can mix cement, I can pour molds, I can do basic sidewalks. But when it comes to like the machine, I've never used a mixer before, so I have no idea. So, oh, I got multiple roses. You guys actually want me to sing a song? All right, I will sing some of Poncho and Lefty while I work on the truck. Okay. Oh my goodness. I knew someone was gonna do it. Someone was gonna do it. You owe me, brother. You owe me. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this open. That means that my live stream YouTube people, you not only you getting this, you know, TikTok, it goes away, right? You don't see it again. However, it's gonna be permanently on YouTube and Twitch. Not sure how I feel about this, man. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to remember where I was at. All right, so number one, and we'll start looking at these bags. So we'll put our little figure together. Me. Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. But now you wear your skin like iron, and your breasts as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but a favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, and sink into your dreams. My favorite part. Pancho was a bandit boy, rode a horse as fast as polished steel. Wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. But Pancho met his match, you know, down on the sands of Mexico. Nobody heard his dying words. Well, that's the way the story. All right, that's all you getting out of me for right now, okay? Is that good? Hopefully that makes you happy. Oh, hey, Brick, you've asked, you know what? Brick23, I'm going to see if you want to go on. And Brick Wizard, I'll invite you too. We'll see. We'll see if they want to join on. I know I've got some spots, right? All right. So here we go. Nothing like doing live builds with live builders. And then good old wholesome friends and people you know. Now, I want to go ahead and take a moment and just say, look at the size of that tire. And that is all rubber. That's just a big old rubber tire. So, I know I talked to, Bearded Blue Collar Brick. First thing that he likes to do is put the hubs on his tires. I do as well. So, I didn't check to see which side they're going to go in, but I'm guessing, you know what? I did them backwards. We're going to go this way. And all the federales say we could have had him any day. We only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. And we'll get our last one. Alright, let's see. Oh, Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night like he used to. The sands that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. Alright. But the day they laid old Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Man, ain't nobody knows. That's actually a name too. You know what they call a guy that's got no nose, no arms and legs. Nobody knows. That's bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. I feel bad. Here's the thing. I'm like Mitch Hedfield. He used to have this joke where he'd say, "Hey, you know what? You know why I don't like to wave at people? Because they might not have a hand. I'm gonna look pretentious, saying, "Hey, look at what I got." So, I make that joke. There's someone out there that's got no nose, no arms and legs. He's not nobody knows, but nobody knows about him. Just keep that in mind. All right, we need 4 of these. These are the 2x2 tall inverted slants here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we've got 1, 2 of these 4x4 plates. Check it. I got some new messages. Let me see what that is. I call them lumpy. No, don't call them lumpy, Travis. Shame on you. I call them lumpy. Oh man. Oh man. So I have a feeling this is going to be the wheel well, right? So this is going to be the part that, yeah, we're building 2 of them. So we've got 1, 2, 1 and 2 right here and right here. Our goal in this is once we get it done to see if the goal is to see if the cement mixer will fit in the back of this. We'll see. That might indicate this set's worth. If it happens, excellent. If it doesn't, Dollar Tree, I'm gonna tear into you like there's no tomorrow. How dare you charge $5 for a set? With the name Dollar Tree, and have it to where the actual cement mixer doesn't fit in the back. Even though it's sold separately, it doesn't matter. So we got 2 of these blues here. We got 2 of the black 1x4s. And it looks like 4 of the 1x2s in blacks. These are all the flat ones too. They're not the talls. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it looks like we've got, Lordy. Oh, 1. And then these are going to stack 1, 2. And then 1. And then 1, 2. I'm surprised they didn't make it just 1x4s. And, you know, have us do another just 1x4. But, hey, you know what? I didn't design it. Not my call. Not my call at all. Let's see. I'm sending this out to one of my other Texan builders here. I'm going to see if he's going to pick up on his end. Of course, I'm not sure how to do it. I'm really hoping that I can figure it out before it's too late. So we got 5, 1, and 2. And then a 1x4 all flat, right? Oh, and I'm missing. I've got 2 of these 1x1 smooth flats. I know it's somewhere in here. All right. Let's see, I'm looking to see if I got any. I'm watching the stream, and the Brothers Grimm. Like the movie with, I think it's, I'm trying to remember who was in that movie. It's not Matt Damon. Or it might have been. I can't remember. I cannot remember. It's been a while since I watched that movie. I was actually watching, I saw finally The Lone Ranger was on Amazon. I might have to look at this really close. I saw that Lone Ranger was on Amazon, and it was fairly inexpensive. So I was like, you know what, I might I might nab that one and watch it because it's one of those movies I've been wanting to watch forever. I never actually got to see it. I never saw it in the theater. Um, Disney took it off of their channel very quickly too. It's just no longer on there, and I was like, well, what's the point of me doing Disney these days? So for me, I was like, I've been wanting to watch it, especially now. I kind of got back into my Matt Damon, Heath Ledger. That's right. Now that I've kind of got back into my Western kick, and I was like, well, how much is it? And it was like HD for like $4.99. I had a bunch of credit. I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and add that. So I was watching that earlier with Johnny Depp and was it Arnie? I can't remember, Arnie something. But yeah, the Grimm Brothers. Man, I haven't watched that in forever. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. They make these prints smaller, or am I just getting older? 1 and 2. I think they make them smaller. That's got to be the case. Because I know it's not the latter. Not at all. I got lots of people joining me today. Some names I haven't seen before. So welcome. Glad you're here. Hello. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. My friends on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, I'm hoping you have a good day. If you're on Facebook, I know you, and I really hope you're having a good day. So, here we go. All right. Number 5, it looks like we're flipping this thing upside down, and we're building some sort of bumper. It's on Paramount. Yeah, and you know what? I don't have, that's, Paramount is, that's the channel Paramount Plus. It's got like the Star Trek stuff on it. And I was looking at getting it because at the time I was wanting to watch the Picard series. And I was looking at their pricing and I'm like, yeah, I'm already spending enough on Netflix and enough on, oh man, like, because I did was it the Disney bundle? It's got like ESPN, Hulu, and of course Disney Plus on there. And I've gotten where I don't even watch Disney Plus that often. I watch some like older stuff when it's there here and there, and ESPN, and try to catch up on my sports. But for the most part, like after that it was Netflix, which I don't really watch a lot of. I don't, surprisingly, and this is gonna seem kind of weird, but I don't have a lot of TV time. Like when I watch TV, I will watch like something old or something that I kind of can like tune out, put in the background, and I don't have to think too much on it. And I think the reason why is because most of the time for family time, I'm not watching. Yeah, I got Max too, but I'm not really watching. No, when it comes family time, I don't get a lot of choice in what we're watching. So I don't get to watch what I would want to watch. Not too many people in my family share in my interest when it comes to some of the things I want to watch. And I got issues, so I tend to like get really into something for a long time, stick with it, and then it's like I put it away and don't want to have anything to do with it. I get overwhelmed, and it's like, hey, I got now this. Never gone to get any diagnosis. Don't need to. I already know that I got some problems. At least that's how I look at it. So for me, it's like, whatever. I think I went to look to get, some testing done, see what's going on with my brain. And they wanted to put me on, like, oh man, like, tons of medication. I'm like, oh, dude, I just wanted some info about my brain. I've been at this now for 40 something years. I really don't want to change. Tubi, dude, Tubi is the greatest. And Tubi has Quickly Down Under. And you know what? we were talking about too, like quickly down the other day on another live stream. It's a great movie. Great movie. Makes me want to pick up an old Henry lever action repeater. No, he doesn't use it, but some of the guys do have it. All right, here we go. We do need a steering wheel, so we got a wheel here. I know we got a column in here somewhere. Somewhere. We also need these little inverted. One and two. Oh, just one right now, and then one of these plates. Hey, as a matter of fact, I know we're doing pretty good over there. Nothing. Let's see. I might have to, let me look at the chat over here and see what we got. Nothing. A Dollar Tree thing. $1. Arizona is green. That $1 is Arizona green tea. Yeah, nothing's $1. Yeah, and it came as a shock. And there's something, they were like, we go up to $1.25. I'm like, that's fine. And then I found out there's some things that are not even $1.25. And that used to bother me, like when I'd go into like dollar stores back in the day. And it's like, they're not actually dollar stores. Something might be like $2.75, but nothing was marked. And that's how I'm starting to feel when I walk into Dollar Tree. And now I'm like, I'm not quite as excited about this right now. I've already finished Marvel Zombie on Disney. Oh, so they did make it. I heard that they were going to make it. I have not gone to watch it. I don't know why I just hadn't made it around to it, but I knew that they were talking about making it. I just hadn't seen that they had made it or not. Their Werewolf by Night, I absolutely loved that little quick movie. Probably one of my favorites. And, I know that they went back and they did a colorized version of it later on. But did I'm trying to... I think I sent it. Okay. I know that they did a colorized version later on, but I loved the black and white. And being someone who had filmmaking background and did it in school, especially shooting on like old CP16 and stuff, it's the coloration, like the chiaroscuro, the way they do the lighting and everything, it has a very classic appeal to it, and I dug it a lot. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was an acoustic live show of whatever band raised. Yeah, and the thing is that like we could be using this platform to do that. Most of the money, get Dunkin' Water, and they can pick a band, come to the show. That'd be cool. But the thing is some of that we could also do like with the live events and stuff. So because it's not showing up over there, but we're talking about doing like the ice bucket challenges, things like that. The platforms that we have today, social media platforms, can allow us to actually create those challenges and do all sorts of stuff and do it online and reach a bigger audience. So it's like you don't have to do the base shows anymore. But I will say, when it comes to getting bands together and doing that, the live show difference, because people want to see those bands live. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. There are times I wonder if the way that they do their brick sets here, because it's like just a whole bunch of like one by one bricks stacked on top of each other. I don't know how, but it's just like stacked one on the other. I'll come over here. Let's see. I'm just checking to see. I wanted to make sure that okay. I know I sent out invites and I was looking to see if people were going to join or not, but I'm looking because I'm not familiar with how the joining works on the platform. So if I miss and I don't get you on there, I'm really sorry. I'm blaming my age here. I'm old, you know. Look at that gray and that mustache. I haven't done all my wax today, so it's not as like pronounced as it usually is. Hose the band down. Let's do it. Let's hose them down. I could see. I used to be friends with Casey Hess from Burden Brothers and Zach Busby and Taz and them from Burden Brothers. I could always be like, "Hey, you guys want to do a reunion tour and get hosed down?" I can tell you, Zach would not care much for that at all. He'd be like, "Nope." Actually, there's a video, and I can't remember the name of the video, but they've got like paint that's being slung out all over the place. It's like this big, crazy party. He didn't realize that that was what was going to happen. Now, Zach played bass, right? And he didn't realize that was going to happen. And when the bass, he was trying to cover his bass when that paint went off because he did not want to have to pick a bunch of paint out of his strings and pickups. Feel like I know how to join on TikTok. Yeah, I mean, yeah, spill it out, man. Well, so there's some brick builders. So the other day I was on with Bearded Blue Collar Bricks. If you don't know his channel, you should go check it out. He's another one of our native Texans here. And he invited me last night on one of the shows. And so I jumped on real quick with him. So I'm live streaming on YouTube, Twitch for like Sunday. And I'm also on TikTok here. So I'm doing multiple shows at once. So oftentimes I get mixed up on who's talking where. But the YouTube, Twitch, they don't actually get to hear all the stuff that goes on for the other show. For TikTok, there we go. YouTube, TikTok. So they don't always get to hear everything. So when I do, I like to have the phone out so you can hear it. And I might have to. I could do some research. I can learn. I need 1 and 2. Hold on 1 second. But also, I'm on a time schedule. I need to make sure I get this. Because my goal, remember, is to see if that cement mixer fits into this truck. That's how you know you got yourself a good build. Alright, so we're over here on direction 10. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, the directions are kind of weird. Like, they're like all stacked one on the other. There's an arrow in a box, and it'll tell you what the parts are. Has some things underneath that kind of shows you what's there. But, a big old but on this. They don't actually turn the model very often, so you don't actually get to see what all is going where. Now, I know this goes here. This one's going to go on the opposite end, on the other side. And then, nope. I always do that. And then these are going to go up here. So you've got the little side view mirrors. One here. One here. And then one here. Now, today I did bring my Luma Bricks truck. This is from the Sunset Stopover. And I brought this on here so that way we can compare the size of the Luma Bricks truck to the size of this monster truck. And already wheel-wise, I can tell you there's a huge difference in wheel-wise, okay? This is why we... Hi! We got some new followers here. I was trying to decide, I was like, this is why we joined? Like you were a statement, or that was the name, and it's the name. I'm glad you're here. That's a very unique name. That's actually one of the things, like whenever I'm playing like Fortnite or mainly Fortnite, when I'm playing that and I get taken out by a name that's like a bunch of numbers or anonymous, and always like, you can't come up with a better name than that. I know anonymous is just to hide the name, so yeah, they actually have a username. But it always, like, I always get kind of like, I don't like that. And I mean, you could always find me on there. I don't do a lot of. I don't actually stream any of my games too. And some of it is because I don't want to hear you all. I don't want you all to hear me like, you know, hulk out when I lose a game, or when my system, and I swear it's just the system, right? When the system itself kind of starts getting a little wonky, and it doesn't seem like the game is connecting with the internet very well, and I'm meeting someone and they're taking me out, and I'm like, it's totally their fault. Not my fault at all. It's not my internet's fault either. They were pinging me, and they took me out, and then you can call names, and then I go into repent mode where I'm like, please forgive me for being so mean and having hate in my heart. Because I definitely don't want to be cited for murder in my heart because I had hate in my heart at the moment. All right, we got one. We got two of these. So this is kind of cool. So far they've got an engine that goes up here. Okay, so you've got this engine here. You've got a hood that goes over the top. Now, what I want you to keep in mind is that there's no hole in the top for you to see the engine. And there's nothing to hinge this engine, so it seems kind of a wasted part. Does that kind of make sense? I mean, it's cool. I'm glad they have it. And if you ever want to do like a rebuild or change the build up, you've got this cool, header that you could take out and put somewhere. But it just seems a little strange. Just a little strange. All right, we're going to turn it this way. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then 4 of these claws. So claw studs. That was the claw stud. That was my name in high school. It's because I was like a crab people, right? Crab people. I tasted like crab, but I looked like people, and I was a stud. Shh. No, don't do that. It doesn't work. And I'm watching all the people drop off now. They're like, oh, goodbye. We got nothing to do with you, sir. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. And then I got one of these. Okay. So it looks like for this, we're building... This is kind of odd. So we got... I'm telling you, man, they print these smaller every year. One stud in the center. Okay, so we got our claws up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got this on the back, and then these go around the sides. Again, 1x2s would make this so much easier, but I guess that they have to have either they have an overstock of colored 1x1 studs, or they are kind of getting they're putting the extra little pieces in there so that way they've got a higher count, or what seems like a higher count, right? And I'm kind of wondering if that's what's going on, because I don't know. It seems weird. And what I don't like is that with the little studs, you really have to press these studs in to line them up. So you take like a brick like this, press it in, like that, to make sure they're all lined up. Because if they don't, they leave little corners and gaps. It looks kind of weird. Especially if you're dealing with stickers. This doesn't have any stickers, and I'm very thankful for that. All right, so let's see. We got 1, 2. Looks like 1 of the gray grills. 3 of these, and these are the 1x2 90s. Drop down 90s. 2 1x4s. 1. It's got to be in here somewhere. Let me check inside the bricks too. Well, Ella Bean, I believe they shorted me a brick. We might have to replace it with a different brick. Yeah, maybe. Okay. That's not an uncommon thing, actually, so kind of weird, but we might skip one of these bricks and not have it on there. Hey, Manny's on there. Manny, I was just talking about you the other day, brother. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. We were talking about the one time that we were on a shoot in Florida, and our good, loving friend Scott got a crab stuck to his finger when we were supposed to be working. We were over there playing around. I do apologize, because we were playing on your set, and we should have been doing what we're supposed to be doing. Hey, Bama Brick's on here too. What's up, brother? Let's see. Do that. John. All right. So it looks like we've got. It's supposed to be a 1x4, a 2x4, and then a 1x4. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna put my 2x4, my 1x4. Now I don't have another black 1x4, so I'm gonna skip that part. However, I'm gonna go ahead and put this portion on the back, and hopefully we don't need that brick. If we need to move it, we'll move it, and then I'll just have to dig it out of my excess buckets, but those are in the living room. I don't really feel like leaving. So 15, we're going over to 16, and it looks like we are building the cab and the seats and that stuff. So we've got our window, 1, 2 of these, and then 1, 2 of these. So these are going to be like bench seats. Our window is going to secure our doors in place. Kind of like that. And then this is actually kind of a cool idea. So instead of doing a seat, we've got these fold-up seats. So it's nice because there is what seems to be a little bit of articulation. I'll bring it up here so that way we can see on this cam and that one. But these have like fold-ups, right? So if you want to recline back or push the seat forward to put something in behind it, if you had a cab, which I believe this has a cab. So there's a good reason why they have that on there, which is nice. Just finished a 1,100 mile 3-day road trip. Oh my God, where did you go, brother? That you were gone that far. You're gonna have to spill the details, because now my brain's just a going. I'm gonna add stuff like you were down in Central America and you were fighting zombies and all sorts of stuff. That's what I tell my kids. It's like when they're like, I'll tell you a story. I'm like, okay, well, let me get the class settled, and then you can. They're like, oh, I'll just wait. And I'm like, you can't just wait with me. My brain is now making up a story for you, and it's gonna be it's gonna be epic. It's not gonna be anywhere near the truth, and yeah, I'm gonna take some artistic embellishment to it for sure. So 4, 5, and 7, and then 2, 1, 2 of these. All right. So again, I guess to get brick count, they've just given us a whole bunch of 1x1 studs for some reason. And something else I noticed, it looks like we're going to be building up right. I'm trying to decide if it's going to be. Looks like we can skip it. It's going right here. So it looks like 1 stud, and then 1 here, 1 here, one here, and then one stud over here. These directions on this one are not as clear as I would like them. Then we have one more stud right here, one on this side. So that should be visually 1, 2, 3, 3 levels up, right? Oy vey. What you saw me do, you're not supposed to do. Don't bite your Legos. But they weren't very clear on their they weren't very clear on what the directions were. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, guess what? They deserve to get bit. Alright, so this goes across. Across. One in the back. And then we repeat with the front studs. Boom. Boom. Oh, I see. Wow. Dollar Tree, seriously? Make it bricks? You're making it difficult. There's no reason for it. No reason at all for it. And this goes on top. Okay. So, interestingly enough, we've got, of course, the back portion here. And I know that we've got windows that go in the back. However, these seats don't go back any further. And I feel like, I'm going to go ahead and say, I feel like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity where we could have gone back a little bit, extended the cab out, or the bed out, extended the cab, because we got all this room up here. And, like, there's a lot of room. And like I said, we'll compare it to the Lumibrix truck. But it's like one of those things where it's like, we could have gone back a little bit and then have it where we could have seats, like little shelf seats for figures to sit in all the way in the back. But again, I didn't design it. It's not mine to complain about on that level. But I would definitely say, if I ever rebuilt this, I think I would extend that cab back in order to utilize a jump seat in there. Because I remember when I was a kid, my dad had a truck that had a jump seat in it, and that was one of my favorite things, to jump back there. I felt like I was in a military vehicle. I'd jump in, like, we're going to war, Papa. Even though we weren't. We were not going to war. But all the same, it felt like it. It did. Alright, so we've got this on here. And then, instead of building out the other side, it looks like we've got a bunch of studs and stuff for this side over here. So, we need 4 of these little claws. 2, 3, and 4. Thankfully, we got those. And it looks like we're missing 2 studs. Not it. And then 1 and 2. Did I miss some studs in here? I'm just checking to make sure I didn't drop any studs or anything. And I don't know if I have anything in the gray. I think I've got, they're all 2x, so they're all the taller ones. Yeah. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I could use some of those melted bricks from the Temu set, but they're melty, so they're not gonna work. They're not gonna do what they need to do. You sent me a gift. I love it. Hey everybody, I got some new people. Hello everyone. I'm glad you're here. We're finishing up this truck, which is missing parts. And it's bothersome that we're missing parts because this thing was, you know, more expensive. It was a $5 set. And we've got 2 1x1 studs and a 1x4 that's all missing. Now, we've got them in blue here. But I also know that we've got multiple steps where we got a lot more. So let's do this. We're going to put this off to the side. I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to do a quick count. So for step let's see, step 21, right? So step 20, we're going to put 1. We've got, nope, this one, and then this one, and then one of these. So that's step 20. And then 21, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 2 of these. So that's step 20. And then 22, we need 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've got 2 windows. 1, 2. If I can get that off the table. 2 of these, and then 2 of these right here. So that's 22. So that means now at 23, we would have 1, 2, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, and then 1, 2 for 24. So that's 23, 24, 1, 1, 25, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1. 26 is putting it on there. 27 is this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then the rest is underneath. So yeah, we've got 2 of these and then the wheels. So I'm gonna go ahead and snap these in so I don't lose those. And I'm gonna try to look to see how important are these little parts that I have that I'm supposed to build this up with, because I'm missing 1 of the sticks and then 2 of the pieces on here. And it looks like they're kind of important. They're kind of important. So I wonder if I can pull some from somewhere else. Doesn't look like it. Let's see, what's in here? You know what? I'm going to pull... I should actually have a brick separator, and I don't. Well, okay. I do. I have my Lumabricks brick separator. I got 2 of them right here. So I'm going to use that from here on out, instead of me putting my mouth on it, because that's kind of gross, and I don't need to do it. So I'm going to have a little gap in there on the back, and I'm hoping that that'll be. I hope that'll be fine. I don't want it to cause any issues, but I also know I need these pieces here to fit correctly. So we're going to put those on. We've got, let's see, 1, I can get them on there, 2, 3, and 4. This goes all the way in the back, and then these go on top over here. Okay. And already I'm seeing a problem, because guess what? It is not going to hold my cement mixer. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. Hey, Trophy Point. It's that real Crastic one. Hey, how are you? And of course, Eco-Friendly Bricks. How you doing? Hey, Being Tiff, how are you? Alright, so we are now going to jump and get 20. So this was our 20 over here. So we're going to go ahead and take care of 20. So we got this. This goes here. This goes on this side, on the wheel well side. And this goes on the back. And then we've got this plate that goes here. So the bed itself seems pretty like up and doesn't like it's really going to hold anything, which is going to be kind of sad, because I think there was an opportunity to make it to where you could have a little bit more beddage in there. Now we're on 21, which was these right over here. And the reason why we needed that little brick is because it needed to be raised up to fit these. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then one little 1x1 stud here. Boom. And boom. And then it's these right here. Okay. So for those that are just getting on, just to let you know, we met our goal today. I've already sung my song. I apologize if you missed it. It was a beautiful song. I serenaded everyone with the likes of Towns Van Zant's Poncho and Lefty. Lit up all gifts. Oh, hey, thank you for sending me gifts. I love gifts. And I'll be sure to check all these as well, because I know I miss a lot on the live streaming stuff. So we do have the cab on there, but unfortunately there's also an air gap behind it. Not sure how I feel about that, but at the same time I'm only spending $5 on it. So as much as I want to complain about the fact that there's like 3 missing bricks and there's, you know, it's not going to hold the thing that doesn't actually come with it that I'm all obsessed about right now. For the most part, we should be fine. If I can get this to sit on there correctly. All right, I might have to finish this up because I wasn't checking my phone correctly, and I only have a little bit of time left on, well, not on my, I've got like a little bit of juice left on my phone. So, did I skip a step? Boom. And then, what are these for? Oh, these go to this. And then this goes up here. Okay. So, I'm kind of keeping an eye on my phone because I know I don't have a lot on there. So this goes here, this goes here. We're going to build up some of that bed. This, and this, this. Come on now. Darn these adult size hands. Here and here. Okay. You know what? It might actually hold that cement mixer. Let's see. No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. All right, now we will build this. We've got 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. This goes here. This goes on top of it, so kind of like this, right? And there. And then it looks like this goes... Oh my goodness. Okay, I see. It hangs off the end. So if this is going to snap onto here, and we want blue on the top, these on the bottom, and then one right here, it's going to snap to here. And surprisingly, so that's the back of the truck, and it's on a hinge, right? And it doesn't open. It will not open. So that just snaps into place. It doesn't open. That's another kind of a big, like, red flag for me where I'm like, yo, come on. Well, you had every opportunity to make this where it would fold down and do what it needed to do, and it didn't. Killing me. Come on, Dollar Tree. Come on, make it bricks. Get it together. All right, let's do that roof. So we've got 1, 2 right here. We got this is going to go out the back here. We've got 1, 2 for these little vents. That's going to go right here on top. All right. And that's how that goes. And that snaps right into the front. Got good clearance for the doors. Pretty large vehicle. And then we get our tires. And we're going to go and just snap them in. Checking my, oh yeah, I'm getting low as far as my battery juice here. I should have been paying attention. Mm-mm-mm. You all have the right to yell at me the next time that you see me, to make sure that A, I brought my charging cable. Oh, drag, they're making me drag pieces over. Alright, let's try it one more time. Wow. I guess they're making sure that it's like, hey, we want to make sure that you're talking and chatting with people and that you're interacting with your phone while you're live streaming. I'm like, my hands are also busy, you know? All right. Kind of finishing up these builds. This piece, it's kind of a very hard fit. We'll put these little caps in here. Okay. And then we got our little driver guy here. So, overall, we can put our driver in here. I'm just going to set him in there. And the cement part does not fit inside the truck. It fits like that. Now, if the back would fold down and do it, that would be great, but it doesn't. And so, I'm a little sad. Now, this thing is only $5. Okay? It's at Dollar Tree. It's $5. It is missing some bricks, so that's something to keep in mind. I happen to like the look of it. It's pretty big. And compared to like Limmerbricks. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Limmerbricks. Limmerbricks is my jam. And that's normally what I go to. But this is a one-seater vehicle. This technically has enough room to put two people in it. Even though they have it to where the steering wheel is kind of in the center. So, I mean, look at the size. Like, that thing is much, much, much bigger than... This is much bigger than our Limmerbricks truck. However, our Limmerbricks truck has a lot of beautiful design to it. It's got a light kit. It's got the folding. This has a working tailgate, and it's got the working grates on the side that you can put in. It's got opening doors, even though you can't really get your guy in and out because of the window. It's got a light kit on it. So this one, obviously, you're spending a lot more money for the Sunset Stopover. But this for $5 is not bad. For Make It Bricks, it's pretty cool. And I could almost see like putting a light kit on it. There's some mods that I'd like to do to make it just a little bit better. Some of the bricks are a little too tight on the fit, so it makes it kind of obnoxious. But surprisingly, not a bad build. Not a bad build. They give you a lot of bricks for some reason. They give you a lot of bricks and they short you some too. I guess that's because, they do the count so high and then like, oh, take 3 bricks out. So we're missing 1 by 4, and then 2 1x1s. And I really don't want to have to go down to the Lego store to get it. So instead, I'll probably just stick to my kids' bin stuff. Just don't tell them, right? All right, so I'm going to finish up over here. TikTok, thank you all so much. I enjoyed having you all here. I'll see you all next time. You know what? Be sure to check out my channel. Chat with me. I love chatting with you all. I enjoyed having you all here. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. I will see you next time, okay? All right, and then, of course, over here on TikTok, I got all these new achievements. Hey, looky there. I'm going to turn that down so I can finish up the live stream over here. So, for the most part, this build, not too bad. $5, cool. $1.25, also cool. I could see this as being like supplementary to go in and put with other builds. Easy to do. Missing bricks, that's kind of a downside, but for the most part, it's still a pretty cool vehicle to have. And I would definitely say it works with a lot of the sets. If you want to put it like Sunset Stopover, it works with the other trucks. I will say it is big in its wheels because it is a monster truck. It's going to dwarf some of the vehicles that you do have on the road. That's probably the size of the burger truck from Lego. And the burger truck from Lego is meant to be a bigger truck. So those are things to kind of keep in mind. Scale is a little bit off. Now, that's all I got to say about the Make It Bricks, okay? I like them. They're fun. If you came to join me on either TikTok and or YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, I thank you all for it. I love that you have it. Hey, JJ, I love you. I'm glad that you're here. And we need to come visit you pretty soon. I miss you, okay? You and Brad, I want to see you too. So that's all I got to say about the Make It Bricks vehicle construction set and the construction, cement mixer as well. If I put this on the back like this and I make a cement truck that way, I could give this to my wife because then she'll be happy. It's a cement truck, right? Wow, I can't believe I went there. All right, so I love you all. You know what? Jesus loves you more, and there's nothing you can do about it. Happy building, and good luck finding your toys.